Hello everyone, this is Lightstar and we're back again to get you activated. This time we're going to do some powerful DNA activation of a certain type, a certain kind of DNA, and we're going to work with that. So those of you guys that like to get those DNA activations, you're definitely going to want to not miss this one. So with that said, let's just get right into it and grab your coffee, your tea, your health bar, and anything that you would like to have this activation. You can even grab some crystals that you would like to work with in terms of DNA. That's always a good thing when we work with this, or anything that you would like that helps you to anchor yourself in and get ready to activate. So here we go. Okay, so welcome to everybody, and I'm super glad you guys are here. My name is Lightstar, and I am ready to roll on this awesome topic. And I'm sorry if there's been a delay with me being on here with videos. I've had a lot going on, so many different events and interviews and things that have taken my sort of attention away from my video content. But I wanted to come back here and create a new topic for you guys today. So thank you for your patience. Sometimes that happens, you know. I've got a lot of things going on, a lot of balls rolling in the air, right? So anyway, thank you for your patience for waiting for me to come on with this new topic. So what I would like to share about today is a DNA upgrades, but a specific type of DNA upgrade. So this is I've had some requests and some different things for bringing out different topics. And this is one of them that you guys said that you would like to hear about and also get some activation. So what I'm going to do is I just first want to talk a little bit about, there's probably going to be a few different types of videos that I will bring out that have to do with DNA upgrades, because DNA upgrades in a general sense is kind of general, right? So there may be different facets of different types of DNA upgrades that I'm going to be bringing on for various reasons. So this is one of the DNA upgrades we're going to talk about today and receive. But the main one that I was receiving when I sat down to kind of tune in to say what we're going to be doing today, or what the activation is about, is going to be more so involved with activating the dormant DNA, okay? So as we know with DNA in a physical sense, a scientific, you know, if you look at it scientifically, we know about the DNA that is in our encoded DNA, okay? That's our hair color, eye color, you know, all the different things that, you know, physically make us up of what we look like here. That's part of the DNA. But the DNA that I work with most of the time when I'm doing my session work and I'm looking at different soul origins and such, I'm actually looking at the part or the type or the area of the DNA that is what scientists have been calling it junk DNA for so long. And we know that God doesn't make junk, so it's not junk. And there is a very significant reason for that DNA, that junk DNA. I hope you guys are enjoying this content, and if you are, and if you're new, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. YouTube likes to call it subscribe. I like to call it just joining the tribe. And make sure to hit that notifications bell as well so that you don't miss a thing when new videos come out. And make sure you give the video a thumbs up, a like, comments, share it. I love to actually read your comments, and I also like to respond back. So please make sure and interact with the video as well. And if you'd like to catch me on other platforms, I am also on other video platforms such as BitChute and Brighteon and Rumble and Odyssey. And those get posted after YouTube. Sometimes there's delays, sometimes things don't work right with technology and they don't get posted, but generally I am over on those platforms if you'd like to check those out. And if any of you guys are looking to re-platform yourself on social media and need some assistance, I always recommend Matthew Raymer with Anomalist Design, who actually is an amazing resource to help you with social media, video, re-platforming on other social media platforms, as well as doing web design or consulting. He's a great resource, and I have links for his information below, so please be sure and check those out as well. And I'd also like to say thank you guys to whoever responded back. I put it out there on my YouTube channel and also on Facebook and social media to have you guys give me some suggestions, things that you would like to see on this channel, and any activations or light language or topics that you would like to have me, bring on here. And so I put it out there because I want to, help you guys. So that's what I'm here for, is help you guys. And so I want to thank you guys for responding back. I got some feedback on what you guys would like to see going forward. And so I'm going to be rolling out these video topics bit by bit. But so I kind of looked at the ones that I have received so far. And so that is where some of my content is going to be coming from as well. So I want to thank you guys for putting that out there, and the topic that we're gonna also that we're talking about today with the DNA upgrades. So I want to thank a couple people, One Love and also Melissa, who I believe are the ones that also wanted to chime in about the DNA upgrades. So thank you guys, and so keep it coming. If ever you have a topic, you can certainly comment on any one of my videos, and I will see that and put it on the list. So thanks, you guys. The part of the DNA that hasn't really been explored as much, and yet that is where so much of this information, it's intel, it's data, it's information that, a lot of people don't know how to interpret or read it. So it's kind of the unknown. But that's what we're going to talk about today. So in doing this too, and I'll talk a little bit more about that, but I want to bring up an image that I'm going to be working with today. And it's actually an image, even though I might be doing a light language activation from a different, race or whomever wants to come through to activate this. I also felt really strongly about putting this image up. It's one of my absolute favorite creations that I've ever made to date, I think. And it is called, I'm going to put it up here on screen while we do this, it's called Cellular Intelligence. And this image it's one of my favorites, but it's so powerful in its ability to actually assist with cellular upgrades, okay, biologically. As you can see in the image, I don't know if it's hard to tell maybe if you're not seeing it up close, but there is DNA, okay, there's like strands of DNA in one of her hands, and then another strand of DNA, or cells, I should say, cells of the body. So this is activation of the cellular body as well as some DNA. So that's why I wanted to bring her on here. And very powerful healing. I have stories about this particular image that is just incredible, because I've had my own healing experiences with this image specifically, and so has Stands with Bear. Maybe if you guys want to hear that, I might come back on and share about what those are. Well, actually, let me share just a little bit about one story that I will share about my mom with this particular image, okay? And I'm not sure I shared this on here before, so I felt like it was important to share it though, is when my mom is not here on the planet anymore. She passed over in 2016, but prior to that, right, kind of before that happened, she had been, she had a neurological disorder that she eventually passed from, but it was like Parkinson's, complications or whatnot. And before I went out to see her, I was getting this really strong feeling to go out and see her. And it was about 6 months or 5 months prior to at that time. So I went out to see her I was getting that inclination to, I was urgency, when you have to listen to your intuition. So we drove out there and I visited her and everything, and got a chance to really connect with her. And she was, in a wheelchair, and it was difficult and all that. And she had a little bit of what they called dementia, but it wasn't really dementia. It's just that the people around her didn't know. She was going back into her past very, very, when we were all young. And so some of those things that the around her caretaker didn't know, didn't understand any of that stuff. But when I was actually there, I started to see and understand that she was bringing in these memories, it's kind of like crossing barriers to those memories. So I am like, she had this box of tissues, and when I came in to see her, she's like, oh, she handed me this kit tissues, and she's saying, remember the bouquet of flowers? And then we were all like, what are you talking about? What's the bouquet of flowers? Well, as I was sitting in the car, we were going to lunch, and I started to realize, and it popped into my mind that, oh my God, I used to make these little paper, or like roses or flowers out of tissues when I was a kid. And so she was remembering that, but nobody would knew that, and I almost forgot about it. So I literally just said to her, Mom, I know what you're talking about. So anyway, that was just a lesson in understanding how this thing works. But the point was, I went back and I had this really strong connection, and I had this connection with her. And then I went home, and I really felt like I wanted to send her this image right here in a blanket. And so I sent her this in a fleece blanket, and she immediately took it, and she was sleeping on it like, the whole time after that. And it was about 4 months later that she passed. Now, I'm not saying that my blanket made her pass, but honest to God, it was a transition, okay? So it wasn't like she was going to get better, and just hop up and be like, oh, I'm all better now. But I felt like the lingering was happening that, helped her, this particular image and the energies helped her to transition much faster in that way, instead of like drawing it out. So I felt this was a really powerful image. We've had other instances where things have come up, so I really wanted to share about that. But this image is very powerful in cellular restructurization, as well as working with the DNA and activating the DNA in different ways. So I may bring this image up again when we work with the DNA, depending on the situation, but that's what I was getting, okay? So I just want to give you a little background of that. So when we talk about that DNA, the junk DNA that's in there, and it's got all that expression and all of that information, we're gonna sort of traverse into the information in that DNA that has to do with the dormant DNA, meaning the DNA that hasn't been activated yet, okay? Hasn't been turned on yet, or hasn't been flipped on yet for whatever reason. You may not be ready to have it flip on just yet. So as we go through this, what I want you to do is be very, supportive of your own process, if that is the case. So don't, if it doesn't turn on right away, like, it doesn't mean that it won't. It just means there may be some other things that you need first. I mean, this is a general activation, so I can't really hone in on everyone's specific, what they're going through and everything like that. But this is going to activate some of the dormant DNA that is within you that is ready to activate. Let's just say that. So as we're doing this light language activation, I want you guys to put your focus upon your DNA strand. You can even just sort of visualize one DNA strand, one little strand if you like, or you just can visualize the whole thing, like all the DNA strands, okay? Because activating one sets off a chain reaction to activate the rest. So you can just put your focus upon that as we go through this and see that DNA expression starting to open up. So starting to do its little maneuvers around in there, and to open up and unlock things that you are ready to move on to, maybe soul gifts, maybe some things that are ready to open up within your own body, and maybe even just activating your own self-healing, modality within you to heal faster, to heal something that's going on within you. So it may be different for different people. So if you guys would like to support me and make a donation to my work, I would really appreciate that. And I also have a donation page on my website that I've created so that you can have many different ways to actually donate or become a patron. So if you go check out my website, and the link is below for that as far as my donation page there, you can donate by vibrational giving is what I'm calling it. I have separate different types of vibrational giving amounts, and you can also create your own amount as well, but it's just kind of a energetic type of giving. I also have a place there that you can just go and make a donation one time, credit card, whatever you'd like. You can also become a patron on Patreon, which love you guys, love my patrons. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And or you can also donate on YouTube, which is this feature called Super Thanks, and it's right next to that little heart thing that says thanks on it down below by the share button, so you can actually also donate there. But I do have a donation page on my website that spells all of that out, and I want to appreciate and send gratitude to all of my patrons, anyone who has ever given to me. Any way that you do give in any of these ways, I always send an energetic blessing of love and light language right back to you. So whenever I receive that from wherever you send your donation to, I do that automatically. And it's my way of saying thank you for donation and just giving back as well. So thanks, you guys. I love you, and just wanted to let you guys know about my donation page in case you didn't know where it was. The link is below as well. So with that said, I'm going to just go into some activating, and that's what we're doing. You can keep your eyes closed, you can keep your eyes open, whatever you'd like. I might do some different, hand movements here, but just allowing that to take place, and getting that sort of feeling of activation in your own body, feeling it wherever it wants to move around with you, and just let it be, okay? So as you close your eyes or open your eyes, whatever you'd like, and just kind of tune into the DNA upgrading of this dormant DNA cells activating. Yasta, karesta, kariasta, wostananasiti, kariudananadirats, satal alasandi kitirak, hola kalalasheki, hal alakem, sotora akiretira, sakidiriana, satira, hora shanani, hora lalatiki ek makal estes, sadiantos ora kal, Siti hien anim hora talmahaste, sihi chaos ocean almasae kek, suyeshis halates, riashana masari tukola kalelisi, ira sanani urok, okhal al asta kek yis, unkayest hayest mayak, tahat iri, Uroshakayeten animasokuyete, hekvar alash oklakias, narastekni akerini sokorak, darisek niri armakal, setni kalast alam, sarantalas, rakiashin, maratale, wakir nas amali, besti asta almahet. Sari asto kurakne, dad ik mahalet, sorotok rotel, lakianast alet, mariatak netes, sharak nayat marak. Desto kalak hamast alek intak arak, hashtag alak mesto urok ustak rate. Halata hekiast nariatar armashi nekitira tarmasaki tern. Sariyasot nark al akiet sarhal al alamsheki wakatesiki kalastan mariastaki wariashikiri ananahalak baliast marak berian de ik halek estok hulak mariatak hestiki editer nariatak hoka sayet nayak mayake rakest kereyam ta akhalak he halatak ishti suvaratad makieset kalet nariasotoko tasi itusakal ma ahishik niatak wariatasi huratir almak vakit sariat nak Reshtake elek naniatake bestekira tariasta uchi shani tarikalama kal astaket setni asakan talmakak yesti watal. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Elek nariat narastak nariam talamat estekek ishtakal elek matat arte hesteto uruntak masti iseti iki watasen machal etishiki wakal estaka bashet marian tomak bayesteku hurunta harishin keries. And as you take a nice deep breath in, again, placing your attention, your focus upon those little strands of DNA, opening, awakening, kind of loosening, if you will, and allowing that dormant DNA to activate, see it maybe lighting up, see maybe some crystallization coming and sort of expanding out like little crystals, sort of doing their job and activating your own crystalline cells and allowing those cells to absorb the information and the intel that's coming forth, the messages that are coming out of that expression of the DNA, and feel that in your body and begin to feel the energization of the body becoming alive. And allowing that aliveness to feed your energy, to give you vitality, and to give you even ideas that come through that you may not have thought about before, and allow that to open up and flower and blossom in a way that hasn't before. And allowing that within you to become more you, to unlock your gifts, to unlock the healing inside of you, and unlock new things coming into your life, and allowing new healing to happen in your body. And allowing that expansion to occur, continuing on with that. I hope you guys enjoyed this beautiful activation of love and of light and of healing, and I hope you guys have received whatever is meant for you to activate that dormant DNA a little bit more. And like I said before, I'll be back doing some different nuances of DNA activations because there's many facets to that, and so I'll be back doing that as well for you guys. So with that said, if any of you would like to work with me further or would like more, I have a lot more on my website, which is lightstarcreations.com, and you can go on there to check out. Basically, I have so many different things available on my website, so go check out all of the different things I have. So I've got my session work, I have my activations, my vibrational and custom artwork that I do, and also my visual attunement art that you can purchase in many different ways. You can purchase this image in all different ways, as a blanket, as wall hangings, as photo prints. I have lots of different ways, and all of my artwork. You can look at my gallery, go check out all my artwork there. You can also, what else do I have? So many, oh, my Magical Dimensions Oracle deck, and my new Celestial Frequencies Oracle deck, which is also available on pre-order at the moment. And we're still looking at the shipping time, roughly estimating around summertime. Although I will say that's the estimation if you're placing your pre-order. We don't know what's going on with the supply chains right now. So if there is a delay, just know I'll keep you updated. But for now, we're still looking and hoping for the summertime, sometime that it will get, be shipped. So you can place your order though now on my website and reserve your copy. Just won't be shipped until the actual deck has come in. And if any of you guys that have placed orders already on my website for the pre-order, if anything should change, like your address, I had 1 or 2 people say that their address changed. So if you placed an order and you do have an update that may change around the summer and you have your new address, just send me a message through my website and I will update that before I send it over to my publisher so that they, get that information beforehand. But I'm really excited. That deck is just so amazing and it's so powerful. And as soon as I get the actual deck, which I'll get before it ships, I'll come on and do a more information about it. But the moment that's available, and also my Magical Dimensions Oracle deck is available now though, so you can purchase that on my website, and that ships within a few days of getting the order. So you can check out all that stuff. I also have all of my music. For those of you guys that have not checked out my Transcension 2222 and my Music 444 activation, you are definitely missing out. So you definitely want to check that out. And it's on my website under the music tab, and really powerful stuff there to help you guys activate. I have my Light Tech frequency blankets, which are awesome, and a lot more. So just go check it out and see what you see over there. Lots of good stuff. So I just want to say thank you guys for this beautiful experience and being a part of it. And as you know, as always, I will be on here for some more content as I come out with it. But for now, I just want to send you off with love from the Galactics, the Angelics, and the Elementals. And all of the beings that you're working with, your family, your Ascended Masters that you're working with, your spiritual guides, all the different beings that love you so much. Just tune into their energy and allow them to assist you in your life. Okay? So looking forward to seeing you guys soon. But for now, signing off and sending you tons of love. Bye now.